As fans of the ITV drama already knew, the killer was fleeing after breaking out of the medical facility where he had donated a kidney. Coronation Street enthusiasts believe they have figured out who will depart amid what is assumed to be Rob Donovan's ultimate confrontation in Weatherfield as he was finally spotted back in town. As audiences of the ITV series were already informed, the fugitive had escaped from the hospital after serving as a kidney donor for his sister, Carla Connor. After becoming unwell and learning she required another kidney transplant due to developing sepsis, Carla, despite fearing for her health, firmly stated she did not want any relatives to donate. Yet, as Carla's condition worsened, her nephew Bobby turned to his father Rob for assistance. At first, Rob declined, but later had a change of heart, pretending to his son that he had reformed. However, it was all part of Rob's scheme, as he orchestrated an escape from prison with the aid of Officer Mandy, who was under the illusion that she was in a romantic relationship with him. Sensing something suspicious, Carla's partner DS Lisa Swain persuaded Rob to proceed with the surgery by promising to work on overturning his conviction. But she was simply outsmarting him, and once the procedure was done, she refused to follow through on her promise. Furious, Rob refused to give up on his escape plan, and with Mandy's assistance, he successfully broke out. The chaos reached its peak when Rob manipulated Lisa into leading him to the deserted office building where Mandy was waiting with a gravely ill Carla. However, when Lisa secretly attempted to call her colleague DC Kit Green, Rob caught on and attacked her. Upon reuniting with Carla, Rob was stunned to learn that Mandy was pregnant. Feeling betrayed, Mandy walked away, realizing she had been used. Rob attempted to flee as well, but Carla, mustering the last of her strength, shoved her brother down the stairs. Weakened from his surgery, he tumbled over the balcony, with Lisa discovering him below and declaring him dead. As Lisa turned her attention to getting Carla back to the hospital, Rob managed to slip away and has remained on the run since. During Tuesday night's episode of Coronation Street, Tracy Barlow was left in shock when her ex-fiancé suddenly appeared in the ginnel, grinning as he cheekily asked if she planned to invite him inside. Tracy tried to make excuses, claiming her family was home, but Rob already knew otherwise. He had been watching from a distance. Eventually, she gave in and let him inside, where he wasted no time trying to charm her with his smooth words. His charm seemed to do the trick, and fortunately for Rob, Tracy agreed to let him stay the night. However, when she laid down some house rules, he pushed his luck by hinting that he should join her upstairs. Tracy swiftly shut him down, making it clear that his presence didn't mean anything was rekindling between them. She firmly stated that she had moved on and warned that if he even attempted to head upstairs, she'd call the police faster than you can bludgeon a barmaid. Unaware of what was really happening, Tracy had no idea that Rob was secretly stashing a gun in preparation for an armed siege set to unfold next week. Now, some Coronation Street viewers believe one of Rob's remarks could be a clue that he'll be the one to take the hit when a gunshot echoes from No.1 Coronation Street during the dramatic standoff. A Corrie fan speculated, saying, "I wonder if the lights out remark at the end of tonight's episode was meant to foreshadow Rob's possible departure. If he's leaving, that was a clever way to tease it." They later reconsidered, adding, "Or maybe it's hinting that he uses the gun on someone else, but that seems unlikely, right? It won't be Carla, Tracy, Lisa, or Betsy, which only leaves Rob himself." Another one chimed in with a witty remark, "Don't forget to turn out the lights. Just don't shoot them out." Meanwhile, another Corrie viewers had a change of heart, posting, "Okay, now I'm convinced it's Rob who gets shot. I was sure it'd be Tracy before, but now I think there's a struggle with little Lisa and the gun accidentally fires." Coronation Street fans thrown as Becky McDonald returns and her past is forgotten. Actress Catherine Kelly caused a stir when she made her Weatherfield debut as Becky Granger in 2006. Coronation Street fans admitted to being taken aback after noticing a particular detail involving Becky McDonald as the fan-favorite character appeared in the latest episode of Classic Corrie. Catherine Kelly originally joined the ITV soap for a brief 3-month stint, but ended up staying for 6 years, making Becky one of the show's most memorable characters. Her time on the soap was filled with plenty of drama, as Becky became Steve McDonald's third wife before eventually divorcing him, and even ruining his wedding to ex-Tracy Barlow. However, Coronation Street fans also grew fond of Becky due to her close bond with Haley and Roy Cropper, who took her under their wing. Her story came to an end in 2012 when she was last seen jetting off to Barbados with her new love interest, Danny Stratton. Now, Becky has been back on the minds of ITV soap fans after her recent appearance in Classic Corrie. In a clip shared on X, she was spotted inside the Rover's Return, chatting with Lloyd Mullaney and Kelly Crabtree. Alongside the clip of the nostalgic scene, an X user questioned, "I'm confused. Becky saying she has 4 brothers?" Fans are well aware that Becky had a sister, Kylie Platt, who tragically passed away on the street in 2016. However, in the scene, Becky was discussing football and mentioned that she didn't have a choice but to be interested in the sport, thanks to her dad and 4 brothers. Another user responded, "I assume this was before her character was fully developed and Kylie was introduced, which was the better option." A person added, "Yeah, but also Becky was kinda low-key a liar at this point. She was probably just making it up to keep the conversation going." Another fan agreed, writing, "This was during her troublemaking phase. She was probably just lying, to be fair." But it wasn't just Becky's backstory that left viewers puzzled. Another surprising detail caught their attention: the sight of people smoking inside the pub. The scenes would have aired before the smoking ban in enclosed public spaces, including pubs, came into effect in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland on July 1st, 2007. A fan commented, "I'm more thrown by the smoking in the pub. That really shows its age." Becky's name recently resurfaced in Coronation Street when she was mentioned in a current episode. As her nephew Max Turner faced the possibility of prison for arson, Becky offered him a way out by suggesting he flee to Barbados to stay with her. However, before he could act on the offer, the police caught him, and he has since been sentenced to 6.5 years behind bars. Hearing Becky's name again sparked nostalgia among fans who quickly called for her return. A fan excitedly posted, "Becky McDonald mentioned in 2025. OMG, bring her back!" Another user agreed, writing, "A Becky mention. Bring her back!" Meanwhile, one simply demanded, "Bring our Becky back." A user reacted with excitement, posting, "Becky has been mentioned in the year 2025. I think I am going into shock. Please let this mean her return is coming soon. I'll have to be hospitalized if I see her again." Another fan also chimed in, writing, "A nice Becky mention. She's obviously not with Danny anymore. It would be great if Catherine made a cameo for at least one episode."